Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Sagittarius for the month of December. You can have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart, you can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this reading that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. A few things before we get started, Sag. I want to just mention that I do offer personal readings. You can find the information for that down below. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Peach on Earth Tarot at both places. I'm going to start doing just daily readings on those platforms. It's going to be the same on each platform, but I'm going to start doing the daily readings for those. And what was the third message? Oh, I know I tend to speak kind of slowly during my reading, so if that is something that bothers you, you can go ahead and hit those three little dots and you'll have an option for playback speed, and you can hit 1.25 or 1.5 if my slow speaking bothers you. Okay, now to get into your energy, it was interesting because I was having, so when I get my messages, I do it with pen and paper, and I was having pen problems. And what I mean by that is the pen I normally use, I couldn't find. I let my daughter borrow it the other day, and of course never got it back, but even like where she was using it, I couldn't find it in that space. So I found another pen that I know that I don't like, and I tried using that and I just couldn't use it because I just kept getting frustrated and it wasn't working the way it usually works. And oh, I forgot to mention too, like after I couldn't find the pen that I normally use, I went to go get the bag of pens that of my stash, and it wasn't where it normally is. And so I was just having all these kinds of problems, and finally I found a pen that I know that I like, but I don't use them for the readings because they click. And if I have a clicky pen, I'll just sit here and do this the whole time. So I try not to use those when I'm, doing readings and stuff. So I'm going to try really hard not to click. So sorry if I do, but that's just, But anyway, so it was kind of feeling like you feel a little bit misplaced or discombobulated. It's almost that feeling of like when you walk into a room and you forget why you walked into that room. And they also said, you're not quite feeling at home in your life, if that makes sense. I know not everybody is going to resonate with that, but that is what I was that was the feeling that I was getting. And then I wasn't listening to music or anything, but they gave me a song. I think it's called, anyway, Work From Home. I'm not entirely sure who sings it. I think it's like Fifth Harmony, maybe. And it's like a popular song on the radio and stuff, so I'm sure you've heard it if you listen to the radio. But I'm just getting that message of like, maybe it is your career that you're feeling kind of misplaced in, that you're just kind of wanting a reset. Or yeah, it's almost like maybe you got a taste for the working at home when you were, during like the whole quarantine thing or something, and you were like, I could get used to this. But I mean, Sagittarius is usually a pretty social energy, so I can't imagine you wanting to be at home all the time, but maybe just save your energy for like after work, because you want to spend that time with people you actually enjoy, instead of like being around people all day and then coming home at night and being like, I don't really want to be around people. I was around people all day. So maybe like it's kind of gotten flipped now, where you're like, I really would like to conserve my energy during the day, not being around so many people, and work from home, and then so I can have time to spend time with people. And I know not everyone can spend time with people right now because of the whole pandemic and everything, but it depends on where you're at. So we're starting with the Fairy Oracle, it's the Fairy Tarot cards is what we're starting with. I haven't used these cards in so long. Fun fact, this was the first deck that I ever got. So, little baby tarot reader me, this is where I got my start. So we have the moon on the bottom, and then the 6 of autumn is pentacles. Okay. I try not to read the words quite yet. I just want to get the sense here. The 6 of Pentacles is all about equal give and take. And if you can see this fairy, you know, she's larger than the rest of the fairies. And her orb is also larger. And so she's offering things to these fairies. And in turn, I don't know if you can see it, but in turn, they're sending her their payment, right? But they're smaller than this payment. Or this, it's an exchange of energy is what it is. But it's almost like this is the lead fairy and then these are the other 3 fairies. So, and with the moon on the bottom, I feel like this is almost like, oh, look at this, you guys. It's the work from home, right? This is her home. And she has people coming to her asking for her services, and she's offering them and they're paying her in return. So it's like maybe you're starting something that you can work from home. It might be totally different than your other career, but it's like you have a service that you can offer to others. Oh, this is nice. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money. And borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. Those are all very, very positive things. I'm noticing this barrel here. It's like they're saying like barrel of money. I don't know why they're saying that, but that's what I'm getting. It's like that unexpected inflow of money. It's like almost like you're going to be getting like a lump sum or like more than you expected to get, either at this career that you're just starting, or maybe you've been doing it for a little while but you're not making money yet, and it's like almost like it happens all at once, or it's just all of a sudden like people want your services, where before maybe you were struggling to get people. Because if you think about it, the 5 of Pentacles, which is right before the 6 of Pentacles, is all about being left out in the cold. And so maybe that's the case because you're at the 6 now, where you were maybe feeling like, can I do this? Is this something I can do? Is it something I can make money at? And now all of a sudden it's just like abundance. Okay. And I say with the moon, I was going to say something about the moon card. Hang on. It could be like an intuitive or spiritual thing that you're doing. Because it says here, powerful, intuitive epiphanies. Letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of the situation. So it's almost like you have to let go of that worry and fear in order to get your abundance. Like, it's getting out of the lack mentality. You have to believe that what you're doing is the right thing. It's your calling. You were called to do it. Because I feel like that's happening to a lot of people right now with the whole like essential, non-essential, you have to work from home and, or lose your job entirely. I feel like that probably, like, a lot of people had to like go through a career, like, spiritual awakening or something like that. So let's see here. What else for Sagittarius, please? Is there another message for Sagittarius, please? Regarding the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have release on the bottom, which is the equivalent of the death card. And I love this because like her third eye chakra is just like crazy open, and her crown chakra, and if you look, I don't know what the next ones are called. They're like Stargate, or I don't know what they're called, but you have more, chakras like above you that like help you go into the astral realms and stuff like that. But they're all like very, very, and that makes me think that it is like an intuitive, like a spiritual ability or a spiritual practice that you're wanting to do because of this. But also it could have just been the process because, like I said, it was like almost like a financial or career spiritual awakening, and that's what this feels like. It's like an awakening. And what's interesting is like I see her like wings; they look kind of like butterfly wings, but also she has peacock feathers. Oh, there's a peacock down here too. And peacocks to me are all about abundance. And like in a pure sense, they represent, to me anyway, they represent like knowing that what you have is beautiful. And it's almost like okay, just as an example, this isn't necessarily what it is, but as an example, it's like if you've had body image issues in the past, it's almost like just releasing that and say, I can't change this about myself, and I know that someone out there, or even just yourself, like you're worthy of appreciating that thing. Oh, look, her heart chakra too. With the heart chakra showing up here, I'm getting that healing the lack mentality, that unworthy feeling. Like you have to realize that you're the peacock, that you have this beautiful offering to show people. And when you realize that what you're offering to people is worthy of generating income for you, then you'll start generating income, because right now you're having a lack mentality and that's why you're not generating. So like what you're doing is good. King of Swords. This is so interesting. Oh, so I was, hang on a second. I was just looking at him and then my hand slid off and I saw the words, and it says, get advice from someone professional and objective. I mean, that could be like tarot readings, or like because you're seeking counsel from someone who doesn't know you. But this doesn't feel like you. It does feel like an external energy. Like someone, in public speaking, is standing up. Unemotional relationships. This seems like a mentor. Or just someone that you go to get advice. I thought this was his wing, but it's an owl. That wisdom. Yeah, there's someone that can help you, I'm getting. Or this is vice versa. You're helping someone else. But they're helping you release this mindset of lack. Okay. We're going to let's do one more. It's already 15 minutes in. Okay. Can I have one more card for Sagittarius, please? Well, we got 2. Oh, that's weird. I set those down. 5 of Pentacles. Look, what did I say about that? I even mentioned the 5 of Pentacles before with this. Like, that's where you were before, and now it's coming out with these cards, and so I don't know why, but we'll see what they are. Strength. Oh, I love that she has a lion and a lamb. It's like every level of the spectrum of strength that you have, it's like the fierce and the innocent. Like, because it does take strength to remain pure of heart. Because if you think about it, you know, that in the shadow aspects of these animals, a lamb is probably fearful. People can view them as sacrificial, like easy to, you know, get rid of, easy to sacrifice. And then the lion in its shadow is dominant and overbearing and scary, you know. But when you bring them together, it brings out their best qualities, right? Because the lion is not trying to eat the lamb or even the woman, because they're balanced. There's a balance between the two things. Like, being pure of heart, understand, it's almost like when you look at people and things, you just understand them and know that there's like an innocent quality to how you view people. It doesn't mean that you can be walked over, because you also have the lion. And the lion is that sense of like, you know how to protect yourself, but you also know how to let people in. Protection and innocence. Oh, grace and inner strength. Yeah. Needed to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. And I like how it says time to embrace how wonderful you are, because we were talking about the lack mentality. So it's almost like through this person, whoever it is, it could be a counselor, it could be a teacher, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, an aunt, uncle, a tarot reader, a psychic, whatever it is that you're seeking counsel in or from, that you're finding the strength. They're giving you, it's almost like you'll have like an epiphany, right? And then the Nine of Swords. That's anxiety and fear. And it's so interesting because I brought up the Five of Pentacles earlier, right? And how that's feeling left out in the cold. But if you look at this person is outside, but they're offering them bread. It's almost like they feel like they're not deserving of the things that the world has to offer, right? And that's unfounded, because it says unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios. And I like that she's looking at the moon, because we did have the moon earlier. And I feel like the moon might be this person. Like, they're the spiritual person that you're seeking counsel from. Oh, and didn't I say this could be you or this could be another? So it's almost like you have to find the counsel in order to be the counsel. Because you have something that you're unlocking. Okay. And it's like how to overcome this unnecessary worry, because you are this, like, the strength card is here right in front of it. So it's like you're learning how to deal with this situation. Okay. Okay, we're going to continue with the Everyday Witch Tarot. I want to clarify this King of Swords. Hang on, am I supposed to do? No, I think, yeah. Let's clarify the King of Swords for Sagittarius, please. For the month of December, clarify the King of Swords for Well, okay. Then, oh my gosh, you guys, Five of Pentacles is on the bottom again. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. So, oh gosh, that is a lot of cards. I thought it was 4, but it's 7. Like, that's a lot more than I thought it was. All right, let's do this. Knight of Pentacles, getting something up off the ground. Yeah. Tower, the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. And then the Fool. Yeah, this is pretty much just saying the same things to me. It's like there's something that you're trying to get off the ground, career-wise, because the Pentacles is about career and money and, earthly matters. But I am getting strongly that this is a career reading. And you're trying to get something off the ground. And it was almost caused by a tower, but it's almost like a welcome to tower, because in this tower, I get the sense that she almost brought forth this destruction. Like she manifested it, especially with this High Priestess right behind her. Because she wanted to be this fool, right? She wanted to just take a leap. Or maybe it's like you're using the tower to your advantage, or that's what you were doing, with whatever it is that triggered this to happen. But then with the High Priestess as well, I am also getting that this is the person, because we're clarifying the King of Winter, that it is like a spiritual guide. But I mean like an earthly guide, but they are a very, very spiritual person. They are like, they have access to the higher realms. Like with that death card, remember how I was talking about the chakras above our head, like that lead to the higher realms or whatever? Like she has access to all of them. She has the key to the gate, so to speak, the gates of those realms, and she just knows, and she's here to help people. She wants to help people. And I'm getting with this, so the King of Winter, it says unemotional, and I'm getting in fair-minded. I'm getting with this black and white, like the yin and yang energy, the masculine and feminine. It's almost like she's a perfect balance of both energy. She knows the truth, and she knows how to deliver it to those worthy of getting it. It's like she is giving the answers to someone who's seeking counsel from her, because she knows that they're worthy and that their intentions are pure. And it's allowing a freedom for you. It's almost like you're getting permission to be you. Okay, and now these came out separately. We have the Emperor. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And the King of Cups. Wow. Okay. This is really, really interesting. So first off, what I'm seeing is, the first thing I saw was this shell underneath his, oh, those are so crooked. I'm sorry. There's a shell underneath his throne. I don't know if you can see it. It's right, that thing right there. And I'm seeing like that spiral. It's like golden ratio. And I get the golden ratio in so many of my readings, but I don't know like that much about it. Oh my gosh, why are they so crooked? It's driving me crazy. I'm sorry. But that was the first thing I saw. So maybe you're supposed to look up the golden ratio. Go ahead and do that. I think it's because I'm sorry, why it's crooked is because my tripod is crooked or bent, and so it never like lines up right. And I'm so crazy about it. I'm sorry, but just bear with me. I don't know why this won't work. That's almost, I'm getting like that sense of like feeling discombobulated again, where it's like you just feel like something just is not right. And I'm feeling it, and I'm very, very flustered right now. But that's the lack mentality talking, okay? Because whatever it is that you chose to do, if you left behind a career to pursue something for yourself, you're supposed to be doing it. And I feel like you're getting into that, like you were really kind of confident about it, but then something made you start doubting, like it was taking longer than you expected. Because the Knight of Pentacles is really slow moving, but then there's like a Tower right after it. So I feel like that's that income of money that I'm seeing. Because also with this Queen of Pentacles, she has like this barrel of money that I was seeing. She has one. She has a chest there, and it's just overflowing with coins. So it's like that's what's coming in for you, and you need to keep faith. You need to keep faith. And maybe it is your guides. It doesn't have to be necessarily an earth guide, but there is someone or something that is telling you to keep going, to keep having faith in this process, because it's coming. It's coming. You just have to be a little bit more patient. Because with this, so they were just pointing out about the whole, so the King of Cups, he is a very emotional person. He has full access to his emotions, but he also secludes himself, and watches things from a distance, right? And I was getting that energy before with the Hermit card, and how you could be wanting to like conserve your energy by removing yourself from people, and it's like during the day. But then also it can be a little bit of the other way too, because he's still by himself at night. This guy is. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be a little bit careful with working at home, that you don't completely seclude yourself. But this is like who you can be. The Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups. It's like complete balance between fire, earth, and water. Maybe fire is a little bit more prominent because, you are Sagittarius, you're a fire sign. Because he is the Emperor, not like the Queen or King of Wands. But you have a good balance here. Okay, I'm gonna get advice for you guys. We're at 27 minutes. Okay, let's get some advice. We're gonna use the Goddess Guidance Oracle. What is the message for Sagittarius, please? What's the message for Sagittarius? The message for Sagittarius. What is advice for Sagittarius for December, please? Regarding this spread, this reading, what's the advice for Sagittarius? Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so we have Kali or Kali. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. But endings and beginnings, and on the bottom we have transformation, butterfly maiden. Like, that's what's happening to you. Something ended and you began something anew. And it's allowing transformation within you to happen. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Yeah, it's almost like by, you're like, I feel like you're kind of reconsidering going back to your old career. Like if you left it behind to pursue this, you're like, okay, I'm not making any money. Should I just go back because I was good at it and I might as well just do it so I can start making money again. But they're asking, it's like you have to release that. It's like that's no longer an option. You know what I mean? Like you can no longer go back to that. It's not your truth. It's not in your reality anymore. You have to put it behind you. And then the new will enter. says you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Just allow it to happen, okay, Sagittarius? You can do it. The universe has gifts for you. You know, seek counsel if you need to, in whatever way that you feel called to do it in, okay? So this has been your reading. I thank any of you for being here, any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. If you resonated, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. And again, I offer personal readings if you're interested in that, and or energy donations. So again, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Sag.